She was like any other devoted mother. She'd cook for her kids. She'd clean for her kids. She'd kill for her kids.
Well,
what does this guy do?
He does everything. He can break her legs, he can burn her house.
I ain't gonna help him.
Kidnap her.
Anything to make her little girl a cheerleader.
You know who I'd like to see dead? Verna He.
Anything.
What kind of money are you talking about?
$7,500.
I told you it's going to be expensive.
HBO Pictures presents the true story of just how far people will go for their children.
You're under arrest for solicitation of murder.
Just how far people will go to tell their story.
I need me a lawyer, partly for my own protection, partly for my kids' protection, and partly to have someone get me a good deal on the movie rights.
Terry finally sold his story to ABC for nothing, I'm sure. And that's going to end up being just another cheap movie of the week.
Just how far, period.
Mama, when they make the movie, can I play myself?
That's what I'm planning, sister.
Holly Hunter, Beau Bridges, and Swoozie Kurt star in the HBO original movie,
What should I wear for jail?
The Positively True Adventures of the alleged Texas cheerleader murdering mom.
There is justice after all.
Premieres Saturday, April 10th, only on HBO.
The things you do for your kids.
Hi, I'm Nina Griscom for HBO Entertainment News. In just a few moments, I'll be back with celebrity reactions from the New York and LA premieres of Barbarians at the Gate. Stay tuned.
April 4th, 1968.
I had walked 4 or 5 steps away, and I heard this tremendous noise.
A single bullet.
I said, get over to the motel. Dr. King just got shot.
A monumental question.
The police were coming toward us, saying, where did the shot come from?
Who killed Martin Luther King? 1969. James Earl Ray pleads guilty. 3 days later, he claims he was framed and asks for a trial. April 4th, 1993. James Earl Ray finally will have his day in court.
Did you fire, shoot at, and murder Martin Luther King Jr.?
No, I didn't.
Mr. Ray, have you ever told a lie before?
Guilt or innocence, the trial of James Earl Ray, an unprecedented television event coming in April.
James Earl Ray has been waiting 25 years to talk to you.
And now he will, only on HBO. No one will know the verdict before you do.
The HBO original movie, Daybreak, coming in May.
The murder was brutal.
Whoever killed them also cut off Stasio's thumb as a souvenir.
The motives were elemental.
He changes his will so that she gets everything, and that same day he's murdered.
The mystery was diabolical.
You think I killed my wife? And then I killed a complete stranger as well?
This is enough to convict you.
Somebody set me up here, Frank.
I know exactly who it was.
Liam Neeson, Laura San Giacomo, Under Suspicion. Premieres Sunday, March 28th, only on HBO.
Go forth, children. Multiply. Fill the earth. And subdue it.
Earth and the American Dream. Premiering Earth Day on HBO. You've never seen history quite like this.
Murder, madness, and mayhem. And that's just the fun part. It's another gory episode of Tales from the Crypt. Next on HBO. Viewer discretion advised.
Hi, I'm Nina Griscom for HBO Entertainment News. I'm here at the 21 Club in New York for the post-premiere party of Barbarians at the Gate. Along with the film's stars, James Garner and Rita Wilson, entertainment, business, and media luminaries attended parties on both coasts, where reaction to the film ranged from high praise to great relief. Were you glad you weren't in it?
Oh, yes. Absolutely, Nina. Of course I was glad I wasn't in it.
It was so true to the spirit of the book that we were really delighted with it, and I just as a viewer had a very enjoyable time with it.
They stayed close to the book. The book was fairly accurate, and there were some of the things in there, you know, you have to take liberty with, but for the most part, it was pretty much on the money. Did you read the book?
I did. Almost to the book.
How do you think the
I didn't think it was mean-spirited, except for one brief moment.
What was that?
Figure it out.
I thought it was great, and I can't wait to see it again in bed in television.
What do you think of the film?
I thought it was the best thing I've seen in a long time.
Why?
Very funny.
Not only is it funny, I mean, because Jim Garner is so funny in the movie. He's so wry and ironic. But what really, I think, makes the picture really work is it's like a detective story.
And while opinions may vary over the film's subject matter, everyone agrees that James Garner's performance is right on the money.
Loved it. Fabulous. I had a great time. It's a wonderful movie. Of course, I'm a big Garner fan.
How do you think the characters in real life are going to feel about this?
They're going to hate it. Ross will love it. I mean, I'd love to have Jim Garner play me.
Yeah, I thought that he hit Ross Johnson dead on. You wanted a fella who was very likable, that people would love to close down a bar with, but who you have to question what they were doing in this deal. And at the end of the day, I think that's what you felt about Johnson and about Garner.
Barbarians at the Gate will air again on March 23rd, 28th, and 31st. At New York's 21 Club, I'm Nina Griscom for HBO Entertainment News.
Every Saturday night in April, HBO Comedy Hour will bring you something a lot of other networks can't. Comedians who are actually funny. Like who? Like George Carlin, live at the Paramount on April 3rd. We'll also have...
There he is!
Damon Wayans, The Last Stand, on April 10th.
Uh-oh, it sounds like trouble!
Then Sinbad, live from the Paramount, premieres April 17th.
Oh, yes!
And Roseanne Arnold Tells All on April 24th.
Do you believe I get paid for this?
Remember, HBO Comedy Hour every Saturday night at 10 in April, right after the big movie on HBO.
I feel good. I feel good.
With the release of his new album, 10 Summoner's Tales, pop star Sting is making music with a newfound optimism.
I'm very happy at the moment, very content. And so my work will have to reflect that, to be honest. And so this record is really about me being quite happy.
The new album features a variety of moods and musical styles, a direct result of the singer-songwriter's conscious effort not to continue suffering for his art.
I used to believe in the past that you had to write a song, you had to somehow dredge up some kind of inner torment or inner wound, you know, in order to be able to write music that was relevant. I'm beginning to feel the opposite now.
Contributing to this change in attitude was Sting's decision to record 10 Summoner's Tales in the comfort of his own home in England, in a studio that used to be his dining room.
You could open the windows and see the sunshine and the trees. And so I wanted to share that with the people who buy the record. Say, well, this is how we made the record. This is how it was done.
Fans will also be able to see the album for themselves in a just-released special long-form video. And although Sting says he's at home in front of the camera, he admits that he'd rather be on stage than in a recording studio.
I really like to change arrangements and change keys and change lyric, because it's important to breathe new life into a song, and the recorded version is only a blueprint. It's only a starting point, you know. Then the song gets better.
Sting and his band are currently on tour in Europe and America, and he's been invited to make some guest appearances on stage with the Grateful Dead.
It could be quite interesting, you know. It's such a crazy idea. I don't think the Deadheads have heard of me, so I'll be playing to a totally new audience. So what have I got to lose?
Sting continues his efforts on the environmental forefront in the fight to save the rainforest. His recent fundraising concert in New York featured Tina Turner and Bryan Adams. Tom Jones.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
James Taylor.
My love and
and George Michael.
Every smile you fake, reclaim your stake. I'll be watching you.
The All-Star event raised an estimated $750,000 for the Rainforest Foundation.
It's just common sense for me, you know. If we destroy the environment that sustains us, there's nowhere to go.
The foundation has successfully joined with the Brazilian government to preserve a designated area of the rainforest.
It's the size of Switzerland. It's an enormous area with concrete beacons which are monitored by a satellite. The satellite can then monitor any incursions into any burnings or whatever, and then inform the Indians themselves, who will police the area. So it's a major success.
So with a successful effort to preserve a part of the planet underway, A new album climbing the charts and a tour to look forward to, Sting has every reason to feel good.
I don't want to be the guy who sings doom and gloom every time, because that's not really me.
Murder, madness, and mayhem. And that's just the fun part. It's another gory episode of Tales from the Crypt, next on HBO. Viewer discretion advised.
If you like Rodney,
I'm great. I'm wonderful.
if you really like Rodney,
Everybody likes me.
only HBO's got the perfect movie for you. Okay, the plot's a little, far out. Man coaches girls' soccer team. Son cross-dresses. Man cross-dresses.
All I know is,
Well, you get the picture.
I got a lot of balls.
So if you respect Rodney,
Why me? Why me?
catch Ladybugs. Premieres Saturday, March 27th on HBO.
Hi, folks. Dennis Miller here. Hey, what does HCH, DMLF, WDCTSH, SDT stand for? Beats me.
It stands for HBO Comedy Hour. Dennis Miller, live from Washington, D.C. They shoot HBO specials, don't they? Saturday, March 27th, only on HBO.
Oh, so that's what HCH, DMLF, WDCTSH, SDT stands for. Your best RSVP.
This is the city. This is the comic. This is the network. Together for one big comedy event.
Oh, yeah!
Sinbad takes Manhattan in a special live HBO Comedy Hour.
Y'all make me crazy.
You've got to be funny to make this town laugh.
Her butt's way too small for me, honey. I like the way your butt drag in the sand.
And this time, the gloves are off.
Some things got to change around here.
Sinbad, live from the Paramount. Afros and Bellbottoms. Coming in April, only on HBO.
What you got to say about that?
HBO, the only place to see it. When you're in deep trouble.
At what point did you shoot the clerk?
What? In the deep south?
We need to call an attorney, a great attorney.
Who you gonna call?
My cousin Vinny.
Now, didn't I tell you to dress appropriately?
You were serious about that?
The way you handle that judge, oh, you're a smooth talker.
Oscar nominee Marissa Tomei, Ralph Macchio, and Joe Pesci. My Cousin Vinny. Premieres Saturday, April 17th on HBO.
In May, HBO unleashes the ultimate weapon. No, not that one. This one.
What that? What that?
Lethal Weapon 3.
I'm Chaos, and he's Mayhem. We're a double act.
Lethal Weapon 3. Coming in May only on HBO.
Simply the best choice on TV. HBO.